Have you ever noticed how you sit down in a busy cafe with your laptop, and suddenly everything clicks? You become laser-focused, ideas flow effortlessly, and you smash through your work while at home or in a quiet room. You end up scrolling, procrastinating, and getting almost nothing done. You're not lazy or undisciplined. There's a fascinating psychological explanation behind what many call the coffee shop effect. And today we're diving deep into the science of why moderate noise, strangers, and that cozy cafe atmosphere can dramatically boost your productivity and creativity. Welcome to my channel Unthink, where we explore human psychology to help you understand your mind and upgrade your daily life. If you enjoy science-backed insights on focus, motivation, and behavior, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. In this video, you'll discover the exact noise level that enhances creative thinking, why being around other people makes you more productive, how contagious concentration works, and practical ways to recreate this powerful effect anywhere. The practical biggest factor is sound. Not complete silence and not overwhelming noise, but moderate ambient noise around 70 decibels. The natural volume of a lively cafe filled with conversations, espresso machines, light music, and keyboard typing. A landmark study from the University of Illinois, published in the Journal of Consumer Research, tested people on creative tasks under different noise levels. Quiet rooms at 50 decibels, moderate noise at 70, and loud environments above 85. The results were clear. People exposed to moderate noise significantly outperformed the others on creative problem solving and idea generation. Why does this happen? Moderate noise gently disrupts your usual linear thinking patterns and pushes your brain toward abstract, big picture processing. It helps you make unexpected connections between ideas that you might miss in total silence. In complete quiet, your mind often wanders to worries, perfectionism, or random thoughts. Too much noise overwhelms your cognitive resources. But that sweet spot around 70 decibels creates the perfect level of stimulation for creativity and innovative thinking. This is exactly why so many writers, entrepreneurs, and thinkers have gravitated toward cafes for decades. But noise is only part of the story. Another powerful psychological driver is the presence of other people, even strangers. This taps into what's known as the audience effect, a phenomenon studied since the late 1800s. When you feel subtly observed, your brain shifts into a higher performance mode. Evolutionarily, we are wired to care about our reputation within the group, so being in a social environment activates a gentle accountability system. You sit up straighter, type faster, and stay focused longer because part of your mind doesn't want to appear unproductive. This leads to something even more interesting called contagious concentration. Research shows that when you sit near people who are deeply engaged in mental work, you unconsciously mirror their effort and energy. Their focused posture, steady breathing, and determined expressions influence your own behavior through subtle social cues. Effort becomes contagious. Many people report that a solo project that dragged on for days at home suddenly gets completed in just a few hours when they're surrounded by other productive individuals in a cafe. Changing your environment also triggers powerful novelty effects in the brain. New sights, smells, and sounds release dopamine, the motivation neurotransmitter, making your work feel fresh and exciting again. At home, your environment is filled with cues for relaxation, chores, snacks, and entertainment, which creates constant internal conflict. In a cafe, those distractions disappear. You've committed money to your coffee, creating loss aversion that makes you want to make the most of your time. The result is a guilt-free productivity bubble where deep work happens naturally. Several other psychological mechanisms are at play too. Low-level background noise can create stochastic resonance, actually amplifying weak signals in your brain and sharpening focus. Repeated cafe sessions also build strong conditioning through neuroplasticity. Your brain begins to associate cafes with flow states. You also experience reduced decision fatigue because you don't have to choose what to eat, what playlist to play, or whether to do household tasks. Everything is simplified, so your mental energy goes straight to the work. Of course, this doesn't work for every single task. The coffee shop effect shines brightest for creative work, brainstorming, writing, strategy, and idea generation. For highly analytical tasks, deep editing, or complex calculations that require zero distractions, silence or noise-blocking tools might be better. Extremely loud environments or busy cafes where people watching becomes too tempting can also backfire. The key is knowing your tasks and matching them to the right environment. So how can you start using this psychological advantage right away? First, schedule regular cafe work sessions 2 to 3 times per week as non-negotiable deep work blocks. Treat them like important meetings with yourself. If you can't go out, recreate the environment at home by playing high-quality cafe ambient tracks at around 70 decibels using apps like Cafetivity or Noisely. Many people also use body doubling videos on YouTube where they work alongside someone virtually for that subtle audience effect. Experiment with different setups. Track your output and focus levels across a week in various environments. Home, silence, home with background noise, and actual cafes. Most people discover they are 2 to 3 times more productive in the right cafe setting for knowledge and creative work. If you're highly sensitive to noise, start with quieter corners and gradually build tolerance. Extroverts often thrive in busier spots while introverts may prefer calmer cafes. During off-peak hours, the psychological reason you feel more productive in noisy cafes is no accident. It's your brain responding optimally to moderate stimulation. Social cues, novelty, and freedom from familiar distractions. Science shows this combination enhances creativity, sharpens focus, and increases output without the burnout that comes from forcing yourself in the wrong environment. Next time you're feeling stuck or unmotivated at your desk, don't fight it. Change your surroundings and let your psychology work with you instead of against you. Go find that perfect cafe spot, order your favorite drink, and watch how quickly you get into flow. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Do you get way more done in cafes or do you prefer complete silence? What's your favorite environment for deep work? Share your experience below because I read every comment. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who struggles with focus and subscribe for more practical psychology insights that actually improve your life. Thanks so much for watching. Now go put this knowledge into action and I'll see you in the next video.